Maker's Mark 101. This was first released to be only sold in duty-free shops, but then later announced that it was going to be sold at distilleries and a select few Kentucky retailers. Is it worth taking a trip down there? Let's find out. Hey, welcome back, Whiskey Questers, to another episode of Whiskey Quest. If you guys are new to the channel, my name's Antonio. In this channel, I like to try whiskeys from all over the world. I also like to add a drop of water to each one of them just to see if it changes. You'll never know unless you try it, right? So, if you guys are curious about whiskey, you want to learn more about whiskey, just in general, you love whiskey, consider hitting that subscribe button and the bell notification. Stick around for more videos. Let's move on with today's whiskey review of Maker's Mark 101.
Go dummy, go beast on them. I go beast. Go deep, I OD on them. I OD. Apply pressure, put heat on them. Put that 500 degrees on them.
Again, if you're new to the channel, you have no clue that this was donated to me by the awesome whiskey dude. This guy hooked it up with these amazing bottles, a bunch of whiskeys that he donated that I've been trying to get out of the way, and I'm almost there. But anyways, if you guys haven't checked them out, please give him a look. I'll put a link to his channel in the description below. Stop by his channel, tell him I sent you. If you like him, give him a sub. Now this one is another NAS whiskey, but it is a straight whiskey, and whenever it says straight and there's no age statement on the bottle, it's guaranteed to be at least 4 years old. This one obviously coming at 101 proof, hence the name Maker's Mark 101. And that wheat, it always just makes it softer to me, and I think to everybody else. So it doesn't come out that strong like ethanol. It's just, it smells soft. You get a nice whiff of like maple, some nice light oak going on. And this one, the longer it sits in the glass, you do start getting a little bit of like a char. There's also those other classic bourbon notes like caramel. I do get a hint, maybe like a red apple going on. And the longer I sit with this, I also started detecting some leather notes, and it just reminds me or makes me think of like an old red leather chair. It is what it is. All right, pretty good nose. Let's see what we get on the palate. Cheers, everybody. This just has a burst of flavors. We get a nice hot cinnamon right up front, followed by those classic bourbon notes, the caramel. I do get something tangy. I don't know. Somewhere it's just making me think of like a Jolly Rancher kind of candy. No. You know what that is? Not on the second sip. That tastes more along the lines of that cherry cough drop. Yep, that's what it is. Chris from Bourbon saying that dude loves his cherry cough drop notes. If you guys haven't checked them out, I'll put a link to his channel in the description below too. If you guys do check him out, tell him Whiskey Quest sent you. Oh yeah, all right, one more sip. Now I get this note that's in between a char and an orange peel. The only thing that I can think of that I could like to describe it as would be like a burnt orange peel. Get that nice leathery note, creamy mouthfeel. Pretty delicious stuff. Now the finish on this one, for 101 proof, it's not like a super long finish. It's more like on the medium side, you know. Stays with you just for a little bit, just enough for you to savor it and then say, yeah, let me get another sip. Cheers. Yeah, it just finishes with that wood char, leathery note. Dark chocolate. Yeah, that's what I'm getting right there. That's pretty good, guys. I'm really enjoying this. Now, let me add a drop of water and see what happens with that. Just one quick drop here. That should do it. Let me take a little bit of water. Always cleanse your palate and stay hydrated when you're drinking whiskeys, guys, because that's the one thing that'll get you on a hangover is a night of drinking whiskey and you just didn't stay hydrated. Enough about that. You guys probably already know how to drink. So, all right, time for a quick history lesson on Maker's Mark. If you guys are not familiar with Maker's Mark is a wheated bourbon. Now, back in the 50s when the distillery first opened, and they had to choose between, I believe it was 7 different mash bills, possible mash bills that they could use to make their bourbon. Now, they didn't have time to distill each one and age it just so they could taste it and pick one, right? So what did they do? They made loaves of bread with each recipe. And obviously, the one that came out on top was the one that used no rye. And it was, instead of rye, they were using wheat. So, wheated bourbon right here, 70% corn, 14% malted barley, and 16% wheat is what's in the mash bill for this one right here. Next time you're with your friends and you're drinking Maker's Mark, you can tell them the story of how they chose their famous wheated bourbon recipe. In fact, that whole recipe goes for every single bourbon that they have in their line. I mean, they do an awesome job, guys. You can't go wrong with Maker's Mark. All right, let's see what we get on the nose with a little bit of water. One of the things that I always get on the regular Maker's Mark is just reminds me of pancakes with maple syrup. And this right here with that drop of water, open that up, I'm getting that nice familiar bready it's maple syrupy kind of note. Wood char took a little bit of a backseat on this one, just got toned down. Some caramel in there still, maybe vanilla, you know, along those lines, those bourbon notes. But maple syrup and pancakes, guys, awesome. Oh, Maker's Mark is just so good, guys. Seriously. All right, on the palate with a little bit of water. Everything is still there. It's just toned down. And I think it works a little bit better with just that one drop of water. Just because, I don't know, maybe it's just because I like the regular Maker's Mark so much. It maybe brought it down somewhere to that point. Maker's Mark is 90 proof. So maybe that drop of water brought it down to around that range right there. One more sip and I'll tell you what I get. Yeah, like I said, everything toned down. Maybe there's a little bit of mint shining through at the end there. That wood char just starts coming out in the aftertaste and the finish. A little bit on the shorter side than it was before, but I still consider it to be a medium kind of finish. So that dark chocolate is just lingering for a little bit there. Leathery kind of note. I get a silky mouthfeel this time. So again, a drop of water for me is where it's at. The more I taste this, that wood char, since it's a little bit toned down to me, it's not like a super char. It's more like it just makes me think of something toasty, like toasted bread, you know. Really nice, really nice. All right, my final thoughts on this whiskey right here. If you guys haven't figured it out, it's awesome. It is awesome. This one's definitely a winner. It sucks that it's only sold in the duty-free shops, and if you go down to the distillery, or maybe if you find it in some of the select few Kentucky retailers. So is this worth picking up? If you guys are in Kentucky, hell yeah, definitely look for this. Go to the distillery, take the tour, buy yourself a bottle. I believe they only sell this in the 1 liter, and the 1 liter will cost you around $50. For $50, 101 proof, I think that's a steal right there, guys. Definitely pick it up. Now, for the rest of us that can't just go, especially during these times, and visit the distillery, now they do have the cask strength version, which I'm gonna save what I have here pick myself up that bottle since I was gonna get to it anyways, and I want to compare it and see, you know, is there a huge difference. You know, the cask strength is going to be a little bit higher in proof, so I still want to see, because that would be our next best thing to get if we can't make it to Kentucky, right? So stay tuned for that. I'll make sure to pick up a bottle in the near future. That's it for the review, guys. I won't take up much of your time. Again, if you guys like this video, make sure you share it with your friends. Give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to drop me a comment below. Is this something you guys tried? Have you tried the cask strength? Everybody tells me it's awesome. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Again, if you like what you're seeing, you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. Stick around for more videos. I'll see you guys next week. Have an awesome day. Cheers. Peace.
Go dummy, go beast on 'em. I go beast. Go deep, I OD on 'em. I OD. Apply pressure, put heat on 'em. Put that 500 degrees on 'em. 500 degrees. Go dummy, go beast.